Thank you. So educators across the DC metro area have had to adapt to teaching amid a global pandemic. The Alexandria City Public Schools are in the industry of service to students and family and staff and each other. ACPS has adapted it to its hiring process to ensure teaching, administrative, and other support services are filled during this pandemic. My name is Salamalo, and I work for the Workforce Development Center for the City of Alexandria, and I am here with my colleague, Ralph Critton. Hi, Ralph.
What's going on, everyone?
And today we have a guest, our guest, actually, the Alexandria City Public School System. And we are here with four wonderful people from the recruitment team. So I'm not going to introduce you. Introduce yourselves, ladies.
Hi, my name is Sandra Hardiman. I'm the Director for Recruitment and Retention, and my wonderful team is here this afternoon. And thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Maria Jones. I am the Senior Employment Specialist who hires licensed staff.
Welcome.
Hi, I'm Erin McConan. I'm the Senior Employment Specialist and I hire the support staff.
Perfect.
And I'm Shauna LeBlanc. I'm the licensure specialist.
Great. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to have a very rich discussion on what is it that you are doing? What is the current state of talent in what you are looking for here at for the Alexandria City Public Schools? So, Ralph, what would you have to say?
Yeah, I would just want to know, in this difficult times, the pandemic and everything, we have to think about how do we achieve our hiring results and think outside the box to do it. So we kind of wanted to get your perspective on how are you meeting that challenge? What's keeping you up at night?
Well, right now we have over 50 teaching and support positions available. I think it's important to point out that we have executive level positions, managing positions, facilities, transportation, food service, teachers, instructional assistants, just to name a few. We have full-time positions with benefits, casual part-time positions, if you're looking for supplemental income or schedule flexibility. And some of our feature jobs right now is a central office administrative specialist. That's going to be working for maintenance and custodial services. And if you're laid off in the restaurant industry, then you might be interested in our executive chef position. That's an opening that we have right now. If you're organized and really good at investigating issues, we have a position called a residency verification specialist. So while there may be challenges for people out there because of the pandemic, ACPS is ready to start hiring. So we're not looking at this as a challenge. We're looking at this as an opportunity.
Oh, I love what you said. I think that's great because this is really definitely an opportunity for any of our residents of Alexandria and beyond to be able to take advantage of the opportunities that you just shared with us. And I really, this is amazing. And what is it that it take for someone to, let's just talk about the teaching component. What does it take for someone to get licensed to apply with ACPS?
Yeah, so actually there are many routes to licensure in the state of Virginia. The one most frequent license that you'll hear about is called a provisional license, which is a 3-year license, and school districts actually can go ahead and support a candidate forward for a provisional license, and that will give them 3 years to complete all the requirements to get a full teaching license. So that's a really great opportunity. There are also 2 other partnerships I'd like to talk about briefly. I know right now we have a lot of career switchers and maybe people who are interested from different fields. The state of Virginia actually has several career switcher programs I really would love to highlight right now. So you can actually find all of those listed on the Virginia Department of Education's website, and those will let you do coursework and get your license at the exact same time and get you in the field. You are currently teaching while you're pursuing coursework and moving towards getting that license. The other partnership I'd like to highlight is that Alexandria City Public Schools is actually the only school district in the state of Virginia that is currently partnering with Teach for America. So this is a great opportunity for young candidates to come in and use that Teach for America sponsorship.
Thank you for that, because I really love Teach for America. I've worked with them before in the past. It's such a great organization that brings in like these, new teachers into the fold, and there's so much heart and dedication that comes from them. And this is a great opportunity. I'm glad to hear that ACPS is in partnership with Teach for America.
Yeah, we're very excited about it.
Good job.
And if you have any more information, a website or something like that, you could share. I mean, we could queue that up or cite that a little later.
Absolutely. I would happily give you all the links, and also would happily provide our generic licensure email address.
So considering a little bit of what's going on with your hiring needs, so what would you say, this is to the group, what would you say would be some of those skill sets that you're looking for when it comes to teaching or any other position that's really available? Most of the time we talk about these really big skill sets. What are some of the ones that you're particularly looking for?
Yeah, so while we really would love to have people who with those technical skills at this time, we really are focused really more on soft skills. So we really want our teachers to be compassionate and supporting our students' emotional and social needs. I think is more important during this time than ever. ACPS does a lot of training around technical skills. So we're not too concerned if you're not a Zoom expert yet. It's okay. Our Office of Professional Learning would be happy to help with our resources. So we're really focused on some of those soft skills that you think about when a teacher.
I think another important thing to point out is that while there are challenges in hiring in this virtual environment, we want people to know that we are ready to hire, and we set ourselves apart from other employers because we have just such a unique culture. Some candidates don't even consider us because they don't really know that the school division, what types of jobs and careers that you can find in education. There's a lot of suitable candidates out there who haven't considered our industry because they don't think there's a direct link to like their experience or studies. But we have success from people in all sorts of backgrounds. And, as Shauna pointed out, we want people who love the community, want to make an impact in their community working with kids. We want to raise our profile so that people know that we are a really diverse, varied environment. And we welcome applications from people with all sorts of backgrounds. You can find a fit in our school division.
And I like the fact that you have the diversity in the positions, that transferable skills really come into play with those more or less entry-level positions. You have those opportunities. And, when people do think of ACPS or a school system, they think of teachers. I have to be a teacher, I have to have that license. And I think this is really good that, and then again, for Alexandria, we all represent the city of Alexandria, and absorbing as many job seekers as possible into the folds of the city of Alexandria Public Schools. I think it's a great initiative. And you mentioned really getting the word out. So part of we're going to touch on a little more is that I know we partner closely with ACPS, us at the Workforce Development Center, to actually promote all these opportunities. And quite honestly, you can go to our website and take advantage of a virtual job fair we got coming up. And we'll talk about that a little bit more later.
I like the idea that, especially for people who have already been in one industry and can shift to another one, is really critical too, for people who may have like a second type of career, to take on that ability to be able to get back to the community and teach. Teaching is such a wonderful, I come from the world of education and teaching, so I find it to be one of the most rewarding places to ever have been. It shaped my world, and it will continue to shape it, and I'm always continuing to learn from what's going on in the world. So when it comes to these positions that you're offering, I know you're offering other than just teaching specifically, what are some that don't necessarily require, let's say, a degree, or maybe you may not need licensing?
Yeah, so we have, as Sandra's mentioned before, we have plenty of positions that don't actually require either a bachelor's degree or a license in teaching. We have administrative specialist positions. We have food nutrition services positions. We have positions in our transportation office. We also have positions that are instructional assistants, which actually get to work one-on-one with the teachers and the students. And sometimes they get to work one-on-one with just one student, or they get to aid the teacher and work with the entire classroom. So we do have a wide variety of positions in our support staffing. And we also have those higher level administrative positions, as Sandra has mentioned as well.
Awesome. Awesome.
I just want to, I know you have the in-demand with the CDL. I know that's in demand all over the region. Can you speak a little bit more about that? I know that we talked about some strategies to create a pipeline for that. Can you elaborate on that?
Yeah, sure. So we're always looking for bus driver positions. If you've driven a taxi or Uber in the past, a van, it'd be a great opportunity to come in and learn how to train to be a bus driver. We don't start you off immediately as a bus driver. You do have a training period where you have that opportunity to come in as a bus driver trainee, and you are trained by our bus driver trainers. And after you've completed training, it is very self-paced. It's no rush. Whenever you feel comfortable that you will pass the actual driving portion of it, you are able to receive your CDL, in which it is funded through us. So you do have the opportunity to get your CDL. So that's a very unique opportunity that a lot of other school districts don't really offer that. A lot of bigger metro systems don't actually offer it. So it's very unique to us.
Oh, that is so. Go ahead, Ralph.
Yeah, just one quick question with that. Would someone have to come in with a certain class license in advance, or again, that's part of the training piece of it?
You would come in with a driver's license, and as long as you have a
Nice.
clean driving record, you are good to go to start, and also a clean background check.
One of the things that Heron brought up that I think is really important to pull out is that, right now the unemployment record is pretty high. So those people who are driving for places like Uber or even DoorDash, who are looking for something that's more stable employment that offers benefits and training, this is a great way to make a career transition. And the same goes with our school nutrition positions. The restaurant industry has been hit extremely hard. This is a good way to take your talents and put them to use in the school division by working in our school nutrition section.
I like how you mentioned that, because I always think of like Uber and Lyft as being the gig economy, moving from the gig economy to more of a permanent economy, right? So you can have more of that stability, and what a wonderful place to be working with. It would be ACPS. Just a quick question: what type of advantages would be to be part of an employee of ACPS? What would you want to say? Like, why do you work there, Sandra? Why do you work there, Shauna, Maria? Why?
Well, I can tell you the number one thing is I think it's like that feeling of giving back to the community. They say children are the future. No matter what job you have in ACPS, whether you're a classroom teacher or you're a custodian, you have the ability to model behaviors that help build the next generation. I mean, that makes you sleep good at night. You feel good about the work that you're doing. In addition to that, we have a pretty competitive market here in the DMV. But when you look overall at our benefits, the training opportunities, the sense of community, ACPS really offers it all. It's a great place to work, and you can build up, a retirement as well as provide for your family. So it makes it really one of the hidden gems, I think, in the city of Alexandria.
And not to mention that they would also start getting that state retirement system, correct? And the Alexandria City's retirement system.
Absolutely.
True? Yeah. So that's always been a wonderful benefit. I mean, when I moved from Florida to here, this was one of the reasons why I wanted to work into the city, is to continue that retirement system. Anything that you would like to add, Ralph?
Yeah, let's transition a little bit about the licensed positions. Again, what keeps you up at night? I tend to think that the whole challenge of hiring or finding qualified talent for the special ed environment or the STEM positions. I don't know if that's what keeps you up at night, but just tell us what that is.
So Maria, you want to speak to that a little bit, since you are the recruiter for that area?
Okay. So anyone who is interested in applying for with ACPS, they would simply just go on to our webpage at acps.k12.va.us, go to the employment tab on our banner and select the button that says job openings and online application. So anyone who would want to apply for jobs like special education, teaching, any of those positions, they would just simply go to our job board and do so and hit the apply button. Now, the most important thing with the application process is ensuring that the candidate takes the time to fill out the application with accuracy and making sure that they highlight their skills for the related job posting. So that's one of the biggest things that we look for is that they highlight their skills, that they include all of their work experience related to the position that they are applying for, so that we can accurately assess whether they're qualified, and if chosen, the years of experience that we will honor for that position.
That's really cool because we work a lot with our clients to ensure that their resumes meet that. So thank you for adding that. When you apply, you have to upload a resume, correct? Or do you have that option to do so, correct?
Yes, that is correct. You can upload a resume. We do ask specifically for teaching positions that you also upload transcripts,
Gotcha.
any licensure information that you may have, any documents that will help expedite the hiring process if upon being chosen. Also, it also helps when it comes to verifying credentials and whether the person is qualified for the position.
So what if I was coming from like 20 years ago, I got my degree. How do I get that? Is that like the clearinghouse? I know there's one in Virginia somewhere, but is that how I get that? Is that what you would use?
It would be based off of what your university said. So
Okay.
just to give a little context for that, we have 3 different salary scales. So there's a bachelor's scale, a master's scale, and a master's plus 30. So that's 30 credits after your master's. So we want to reward you for that additional education if you had it. And that's why it's important that we see that, even if it was from 20 years ago.
And our biggest opportunity really right now is diversity. You know, we struggle sometimes to get applications from ethnic minorities, from women, from lower income backgrounds, because people think that there's this perception like I won't fit in, or maybe I won't make the cut. ACPS is committed to equity for all. It's actually, you can see it on all of our backgrounds and our screen. We're committed to that hiring. It resonates in our hiring practices. So we encourage everyone to apply.
And I think to add to Sandra's point, it's very unique that the city of Alexandria and the school district, that we can go tie hand in hand, and other school districts don't have that advantage. They have all these schools and all these, they don't really have that relationship with their city. So I think this is a great opportunity for all of our community to know that ACPS is here and we're ready to hire you.
And I support that. I think our center and ACPS is just natural partners. One thing that Maria mentioned is going to the website. We've partnered enough to actually post your opportunities on our job board. So again, making sure we try to absorb as many people from our community into ACPS as possible. So there's so many possibilities for partnership.
Yeah, I find that to be very productive and wonderful that we're doing this, because the more that we build that relationship and continue to build that relationship, I think the greater we are as a community, don't you think? I just really do think that, especially people who really care about their community and care about teaching and working for a school system like ACPS. And I know that we're having a career fair coming up. Right, Ralph?
Oh, yes. The whole team, we've all come together to organize a virtual career fair for scheduled to take place Thursday, December 10th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. virtually. And all of it can be found on our website. And obviously ACPS is promoting it as well. But just to plug our website, www.alexandria.va.gov/workforce development. If you go to our website, right there is where you can register for the event. Registration is active as we speak.
Right. And the wonderful thing too that we offer, we could help with this too, is that we offer workshops having to do with transferable skills, that resume writing, interviewing skills, so that you can get prepared, so that when Sandra is about to interview you, you are prepared to nail that interview, right, Sandra? That's what you want. You
Absolutely.
want people to be there like on the go. So we will also help you identify your transferable skills and all those soft skills that are critical right now, especially during this time that we have challenging. But you know what? We're going to get through this and we will do it. Any other questions that you all have? Any other final comments or anything like that?
I just want to say we are so excited to partner with Alexandria Workforce Development Center. I mean, we're coming forth with our first ever Meet the Employer event. So you can meet all of your virtual employment needs.
Yeah.
Come and meet all of us one-on-one and ask your questions and learn more about the opportunities at ACPS. We look forward to seeing you on December 10th.
Thank you so much. And I want to thank you on behalf of the Workforce Development Center, Sal Amado, Ralph
Critton. Thank you, ladies.
Thank you, ladies, again so much for this wonderful opportunity to learn more about ACPS and the wonderful job that you all are doing. Thank you again. And we'll see you on December 10th.
Exactly. And cut.